Ah, January, a month that begins with such hope. This year's gonna be different! And by the end of the month, we all realize, nope, I'm still the same person I always was. Luckily, there's some good games coming out to help get us through. Now, there's not as many games coming out here in January because, everybody's still recovering from the holidays. But there are some solid games coming to retail this month, and these are the best ones. BoardGameTables.com, which shockingly does not make just board game tables, is releasing 2 games to retail this month. The first of them is Bear Raid, and Bear Raid is an economic game. So if you like economic games, this is one to check out. You get to influence the stock market and make the most money. And it is literally just an economic game. It is all about the money. Do you like the movie The Big Short? Well, this is like The Big Short in card game, board game form. So you get to buy, you get to sell, you get to short stocks in the stock market during the action phase of the game, and whoever has the most money wins. Like life. The second game that BoardGameTables.com is releasing to retail this month is Ghosts of Christmas. Now, I'm betting this was supposed to come out in November or December for the Christmas season, but because of all the, dumb shipping delays, it got delayed until January. So, Ghosts of Christmas is coming out in January. Are you desperate to keep the Christmas spirit alive? Well, here you go, okay? Keep Christmas season going and play Ghosts of Christmas. This is a 3 to 4 player game. It's a trick-taking game, but tricks are played out of order to the past, the present, and the future. Like the ghosts of Christmas. Oh, I see what they did there. BoardGameTables.com, you're very clever, despite your very on-the-nose name, okay? Yeah. If you like trick-taking games, then this one seems like an interesting one to check out. Tricks can be played out of order. I don't know if I've played a trick-taking game like that. Then we have Distant Rabbit Games is releasing Mantis Falls, and this is actually coming to Barnes & Noble. If I don't say a specific place it's coming to online and your friendly local game store. But Mantis Falls is coming to Barnes & Noble. This is, I think, I'm excited about this game because this is a 2-player hidden role game. And you hear that and go, what? How's that going to work? And yes, you're right to have that reaction, but it does work because it is a sometimes cooperative game. You are a witness who has seen something that you shouldn't have seen, and you are trying to get out of town. And there is another witness joining you. Now, you don't know if that person is actually a witness that is trying to help you get out of town so they can get out of town too, or it might be a secret assassin who is trying to help you out along the way until they turn around and murder you. And so there's a lot of intrigue in this game. Every time the other player is playing something, you're like, wait, are you helping me because you want to help me or because you want to set me up to fail, all right? Now, there is a 3-player variant too. I would say it's, mostly designed as a 2-player game, but you can play it 3 players with a variant too. So it's a hidden trader game for 2 players, and it looks super interesting. All right, Floodgate Games is releasing Vivid Memories at the end of January. And this is a game that almost operates on feelings as much as it operates on mechanics. So in this game, you are trying to collect and connect memories. And it's all about building these childhood memories. When you're a kid, your bike wasn't just a bike, it was your trusty steed. And that's what this game is about reconnecting to that childhood, joy and passion. And you are it ends up being somewhat of like a route building game, but the routes that you're building are connecting these memory fragments and building a memory. So it's a really interesting theme to me. I like the idea of reconnecting to these childhood memories. Yeah, you take turns collecting fragments of memories from moment tiles, placing them in the memory brain center, and you weave a tapestry of colored threads. So if you like, if you like the sound of reconnecting with old memories, then check out Vivid Memories. Roxley Games is releasing to retail this month Radlands. This is a 2-player post-apocalyptic card fighting game. You're people in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, and you're representing your tribe and trying to destroy the other person's tribe. And you are doing that through a competitive card dueling scenario. Sort of like a Magic the Gathering or something like that, where you are trying to play cards that combo and work synergistically with other cards you played to defeat the other person. And man, the color scheme of this game is dope. All right, it's this really cool post-apocalyptic Mad Maxy type of art, but it's got these bright, vibrant neon colors and stuff. So you're like, is this a dance club in the post-apocalypse? Oh, all right. I'm trying to kill you, but have a fun time doing it. That's what it feels like. I just love the art style in it. So if you're looking for like a 2-player dueling card game, then Radlands seems like a pretty fun one. And it's also a game that doesn't take too long. It's like a 20 to 40 minute game, so you can play a bunch of games of it in a row if you want to. Now we have a couple of games that are getting sort of facelifts and new treatments in the retail space this month. Renegade Games is re-releasing Dead Men Tell No Tales this month. This was a game that came out in 2015 and has been out of print for a little while, and Renegade Games is bringing it back. This is a cooperative pirate game where you are trying to board a pirate ship and then steal loot from the ship, but things are getting set on fire, things are, stuff's going wrong, and you have to solve those problems as you're going through the ship. And one of the interesting things is you're kind of working your way through the ship, so you're putting out new tiles, so the game is different all the time, like kind of based on what comes out. You build the board as you play, so no two games are ever alike. I have heard, I haven't played this one myself, but I have heard that it's pretty difficult. You're gonna lose a bunch, but when you win, it feels that much more rewarding because you had to earn it. You lost a bunch until you finally won. So if you want to be a pirate and work your way together through a ship with other people to get treasure, and I'm always about getting treasure, dog, then check out the new printing of Dead Men Tell No Tales. Star Realms is getting a big box treatment this month of January. They are releasing the big box version of Star Realm. Star Realm, kind of a modern classic at this point. It is a 2-player only deck building combat space themed game. And it's one of the most beloved 2-player deck building games out there. And there's been a ton of expansions along the years and all of that stuff. Well, now you can get all of that stuff in one place. All of that content in one big box. That is coming from Wise Wizard Games here in January. So if you love Star Realms, well, now get all of it in one place in a dope big box. Okay, well, that is what I have for new releases this month, but we do have a couple of expansions that look pretty cool, and most of the time I don't talk about expansions as much unless they're games I really like. Lost Ruins of Arnak, beloved game at this point, a great game, that's one of my favorites. Lost Ruins of Arnak Expedition Leaders is coming to retail at the end of the month. It was already released in Europe, but it is coming to North America now. This game adds 6 new expedition leaders to the game, which all have asymmetric powers. So this is your chance to, like, commit to a different character, and you could do special things. There are some other changes to the game as well that the expansion provides. Like, there's a new research track, so it adds some more variability there for subsequent gameplays. But the main difference I think of is the new expedition leaders with asymmetric powers. What? The expedition leaders are the main thing for the expansion called Lost Ruins of Arnak Expedition Leaders? The expedition leaders are the main thing for the expedition leaders? Yes, that is what I'm telling you. The expedition leaders are the main thing for the expedition leaders. So that's why you're going to get this expansion. And boy, I can't speak French, but Paris, la cité de la lumière. I just killed it right there. You guys are so impressed. Yeah, never taken French in my life. Boom, just did that. Paris, la cité de la lumière is getting an expansion called Paris Eiffel. So if you've ever played Paris, la cité de la lumière, it is a 2-player tile laying game, but you are placing these oddly shaped tiles, and it's a fun, cool tile laying game. There's a lot of games in the tile laying space, but I think this one is a fun one. And Paris Eiffel is coming, and in this, what this adds to the game, you can play and admire the most beautiful monuments of the city. There are 8 new action postcards that provide far more variability in the game, and these postcards are accompanied by a series of die-cut figures that will add a spectacular third dimension to your Paris. So that is coming out at the end of the month as well. And one game that I want to mention that I actually included in a previous month video where I did, I always do these retail release videos every month, and in October I included The Rocketeer from Funko Games, which was supposed to come out in October, and then it got delayed because of all the global shipping woes, and it is actually coming to retail this month. So if you saw me talk about that one and you were like, well, I want that, and he lied to me, well, that's just the state of the world these days. I'm giving you the best information that I've gotten direct from publishers, but sometimes it changes because stuff gets stuck in ports and things don't get shipped out and stuff like that. So The Rocketeer is a 2-player game based on the IP of The Rocketeer, and it feels very thematic. I've actually played this game a few times, and if you like The Rocketeer, then you're going to like this game because it feels like The Rocketeer, where you get the characters that you know, and you get to do different cool special things with each character. It is a fairly unique game, I'll say that. It's kind of worker placement, it's kind of area majority, it feels like no game that I've played before, and it is a very thinky 2-player game. I wish it was a little shorter than it is. My plays of it have taken, sort of like 75, 90 minutes, and I wish it was closer to 60 minutes, but it's still a very interesting, unique 2-player game, and if you like the area majority mechanic, then this does it in a really interesting way. So check out The Rocketeer. That's what I have for you this month. Those are the best games coming to retail this month. February is going to be a doozy. There is a lot coming in February, so stay tuned for that. But check out these games if you're in the market for a new game that you can go out and get easily at a retail store, and you don't have to wait for 18 months like Kickstarter. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm Grant's Game Rex.